Hello fellow Sudokans and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku Puzzle. It's Saturday the 26th of August 2023. I hope you are keeping well. I'm having a very lazy Saturday, couch potato day. I didn't even go out for food for lunch. I ordered takeaway food delivered. The height of laziness. Very bad. I don't like that kind of behavior really, but anyway, it seems to be the kind of mood I'm in today. A do nothing day. The screen looks a bit different from usual, doesn't it? And that's because I'm going to play today's New York Times game with pen and paper. Now, I haven't done this for ages and ages. I'm quite out of practice, and it's not particularly conducive to teaching. I'm not exactly I teach, but showing what I'm doing when playing this game, because I can't really highlight the columns and rows like I do on the computer. But we have had a request from Bertrand, who's one of our long-term viewers of this channel, to play more games with pen and paper, and I don't intend to do this very regularly because I don't believe in killing trees just for a nonsense game, and Sudoku is nonsense, let's remember. It's just a fun pastime. Some people tend to get rather carried away with it, I think, but not me. I just think it's like a pleasant way to pass a bit of time and enjoyable to solve a logic puzzle. What's going on in the world? The journal Springer Nature has decided to retract an article that it published last year, authored by 4 Italian physicists, stating that the data on climate change was not sufficient for any conclusions to be drawn. And now they say, well, actually, the data was their article was cherry picking data, etc., etc. The usual shenanigans that rather suspicious or suspect scientists do when they want to prove a point, rather than working on the actual evidence and all of the evidence involved. Now, why was that so bad? Well, because it was picked up by Rupert Murdoch's organ, Sky News Australia, and if I've put a horrid image in your mind of Rupert Murdoch's shriveled organ, I do apologize, fellow Sudokans, but sometimes we have to mention all of the nasties, right? That's a real video nasty, I could imagine. Anyway, Sky News Australia is a hot pot for climate denialists. They love to go on and expound their ridiculous and outdated ideas that climate change is not real and humans are definitely not doing anything to make it worse. So let's keep drilling and making more money for people like Rupert Murdoch, who has, I'm sure, many shares involved in fossil fuels, as well as his media empire. And if he doesn't have shares directly, I'm sure that his friends will persuade him to. Let's get on with the game of Sudoku, shall we? This is the New York Times hard level Sudoku puzzle. I hope everything is working okay here. I hope that it's actually recording. I hate to make one of these videos all the way through and then find out nothing was recording. Right, what can I say? Well, I see something, so I'm going to have to use the pen here as my pointer. I don't have any fancy laser pointer or anything. The 2 is going to block up here, so we're going to have 2 in one of these 2 squares here, right? So 2 and 7 block down here, 2 and 7 block down here, so I've got 2 and 7 here. By the way, just because I'm playing on pen and paper doesn't mean I'm not going to be using pencil marks. Pencil marks will definitely come into it if it's necessary, and since it's the New York Times, it probably will be. But I will show you my pencil marking method when necessary. So this is 2 and 7 here, right? So in these 3 squares here, this is 2, 7. So we are looking for 4, 2, 7. So this is 1, 4, 8 in these squares, right? 1, 4, 8 in those squares there. 1, 4, 8. So we've got a 1 and we've got an 8 here, but that's not enough to place any of those. 1, 4 and 8. 1, 4, 8. 1, 4, 8. 2, 7. 4. 1, 8. We've got 5 and 6 here blocking across like this, right? 5 and 6 blocking across here, so we've got 5 and 6 here. Aha. Okay, one of these squares is 6. 6 blocks down here, 6 blocks across here, so 6 is here. 6 blocking down here, 6 blocking down here, and 6 blocking across here. We've got our first number. It has to mean that a 6 goes in that square there. Now we've got 5 here. That's going to put 5 in those squares up there. What do I say? 1 down here, 1 across there. This was 1, 4, 8, right? So 8 blocking down here. 8 blocking down here. So we've got 8 in these two squares. So that's 8 up there. So we've got 4 and 8 up here. And 5 as well, right? 5 is here, 4 is here, and 8 has to be in one of these two squares. 4, 5, 8 blocking up there. So this is 4, 5, and 8 here, like that. 4, 5, 8 in those three squares. So when the 1 blocks across here, the 1 must be there. 4, 5, 8, this has got to be 2. I hope that's right. Yes, 2 and 7. Yes, because I said 2, 7, yeah. So the 1 blocking across here, 1 blocking across here, and 1 up there will give us 1 in that square there. 1 down here, 1 here, up here, and 1 across there means that that's digit 1. And I said this is 1, 4, 8, so now we've got 1, 1 there, so that's the 1 there. We're going to have 4 and 8 in these two squares here. But we can't say which is which yet. 1 blocking down here, 1 blocking down here, so there's our digit 1. Can we go any further with the 1s? I think we can. 1 across here, 1 across here, 1 down here, 1 down from the top, so 1 will be in that square there. I think that's the final digit 1. I'm just going to mark that to myself just to say 1 is finished, because I don't have it the luxury of having it highlighted on the screen, which numbers I don't have to think about anymore, so that might help me. I do believe every one is done. Right, now this was 2 and 7, and so this has got to be 8 and 9. Now we've got the 9 blocking across here, right? So here's our 9, and this is the 8. And I think we can get this because I worked out previously something goes here, but I don't know what it was. Oh, 5, 6 blocking across here, right? This was 5 and 6. So this has to be 3. And I must be able to get this. This is 5, 6, and I've completely forgotten about this, but this was 7 and 2. This was 4, 8. 4, 8, 5, 6, so this would be 9, right? Speaking of 6, we have 6 up here, 6 up here, and 6 across here, so we're going to get 6 in that square. It's very weird to be playing on pen and paper again. I haven't, to be honest, it's been years since I played Sudoku on a piece of paper. Literally years. I used to always do Sudoku in books. I played Sudoku before I ever played it on the internet. I played it in books and newspapers and stuff. And before I ever saw any, read anybody else's techniques of Sudoku, I worked out a few of my own. And I think you probably could as well. If you're new to Sudoku, it's good to try and work out the ideas by yourself. I discovered later that other people were saying exactly the same things that I'd worked out by myself. Oh yeah, I would go, oh yeah, I do that. Oh yeah, I do that. When I later read some and saw some videos and read some stuff about Sudoku later on, after I'd been playing for quite some time. What's down here? There's 5 blocks down here, so we've got 5s like that. Is that going to help? Not quite. How about our 9s? 9 up here. How about 9s? 9s is up there. 3. Yes, the inability to highlight is definitely a factor that makes it more difficult. And even just looking down at the page as opposed to looking up at the screen is kind of also making it slightly tougher. Okay, we have 3 blocking this square, 3 blocking this square, and 3 blocking this square. So that's the position of 3 for that row, or rather that column, I should say. And we have 2 blocking this square and 2 blocking this square, so in that column that's the 2. Five obviously blocks this square. We don't have 5 in this column yet, so that's where the 5 is going to be. And we can finish this column with a 4. I hope it is. I want to just check that I've got all of the of course, I don't have any error checking as well. That's the other thing, is that if I make a mistake, I won't know until I get to the end, probably, when it all goes horribly wrong. Okay, we don't have 5 in the top row. This 5 blocks those squares, this 5 blocks that square, so 5 will be here. The pen's not running out. Over here now, 5 blocking across here and 5 blocking up there, 5 across here and up here, gives me the 5 that I need there. And I've forgotten what this digit is. Oh, it was something up there, 6, wasn't it? 6 blocked across there. I remember it now. Can't say I remember it well, but I do remember it now. Okay. We have this column here, look at this, 6 blocking here, 6 blocking here, 6 blocking here, 6 blocking here, and 6 blocking here. So right down at the bottom here, there's our 6. So what's left along here? 2, 4, 8. So 8s are here. For me, this is, I'm sure this is slower than, okay, 7 blocking across here, slower without the computer to assist. So no, almost made a mistake, didn't quite get there. One of our missing digits here is a 9, right? We need a 9 to fill in one of these two squares. 9 blocking this way, 9 blocking this way, and 9 blocking down here will give us a 9 in that square there. And then 9 down to the bottom, across here and across there means that that is our 9. And is 9 finished? No, because we still have a couple of 9s possible there and there. Okay. Well, what goes here, this was, it's been a long time, I've forgotten now. 4, 8. So this will have to be 4, 8 as well, won't it? Is there any help on that? No, no help yet. What goes here and here? We're looking for 4 and 7 in those squares, I believe. Oh, okay, 4 is one of our missing numbers here, so this can't be 4. That must be the 4. That then will be the 8. And now 8 across here will give us the 8 there. 8 across here, across there. No, that's still 8 there. That's no good. Yeah, I know it's slow. Because I can't highlight, that highlighting tool really speeds up the process a lot, I think, anyway. Okay, so I think from this column here we're missing 2, 3, 4, 7. Am I right? 2, 3, 4, 7. 4 numbers. Don't see 2, don't see 3, don't see 4, don't see 7. But 2, 3, 4 up here, so that then must be our 7. I do hope this is recording. I would hate to have gone this far and then it all fails. So 7 blocks up here, 7 blocks across there, and that will be our 7. And okay, so we're missing 8, 9 up here. I'm just going to check that I haven't made any mistakes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As I said, because I've got no error checking, right? So I have to check manually. 8 is there, 9 is there. 9 blocks down here. This will be 9. This will be 4. 4 blocks down here. 4 blocks across here. This will be 4. And the missing digits down here are 2, 3, I think. We've got 3 blocking across here. So there's our 3, there's our 2, and this must be a 5. I do hope this is right. Missing up here will be 2 and 3. We've got 3 blocking across here. Here's our 3. This will be 2. What's left to get down here? 1, 2, so 4 and 8 in those squares. Any help? Not really. What's going on up here now? I've entirely forgotten about these because my memory is so bad, but it looks to be 4 and 8. No. Okay, 3 blocking down here, 3 blocking down here, and 3 across here. So there is our 3. Four blocks this square, so for this column that's the location of 4, and I believe it's a 2 that we need down here. 2 there, 2 blocks here, so here's the 2, and this would be 7. 7 is all we need for this middle row down here. 7 blocking up here and across there, so that's our 7. And what do we need across here? 4, isn't it? 4 across there? Yeah, 4. Okay, now 4 blocking down here and 4 across here gives us 4 in that square. The missing number here looks to me to be an 8. And what do we need to go here? 5, I think. 5 blocks up here and across here, that will give me a 5 in that square. And not much more to go now. Four blocking here, so there's our 4. This is an 8. 8 blocking across here and up here, so there's an 8. And what's left? 2 blocking across here, so there's the 2. 2 blocking down here, there's the 2. What are we left with here? 6, I think, and I think a 6 up there, but I've got to check, so hold on a second while I do a very, very quick check before declaring victory, because it's very easy to make a mistake in manual Sudoku as opposed to having some kind of computer check. I think it looks okay. I should declare victory, and if it's not, I'm sure you'll tell me that I messed it up. Thank you very much. That's our New York Times hard level Sudoku puzzle for Saturday, but I won't be playing many games like that, to be honest with you, because it's just too much of an effort to get the camera sorted out and edit and stuff like that, as well as killing trees for the sake of Sudoku. No, they're not worth it. It's not worth it. See you. Bye bye.